Alright, welcome back, you guys. This is the 118 Jeep. This is a custom piece that was commissioned. The gentleman that ordered it wanted the use of the old school G.I. Joes. At first I was a little bit apprehensive about that, but it works well. As you can see, the Jeep has the capability of fitting 4 G.I. Joes on the seats with 1 gunner up top. The gunner, as of course, is manning the 50 cal. The 50 cal has a detemp pin here. If you remove this detemp pin, you can actually take off the 50 cal and store it in the back. That way, in case you do expect to roll it or anything like that, you don't damage the 50 cal or the figure. The 50 cal itself is die cast, so it can take a good beating if you wanted to leave it up there. But in case you wanted to save it or for whatever reason, you could take it off. The gunner does have a little stand here. And that the platform itself has a peg, so the G.I. Joe can actually fit in there snugly. Yeah, as you can see, I mean, it fits almost perfect for the G.I. Joes, for the old school G.I. Joes. So this Jeep's been highly modified. As you can tell, it's got WPL soft tires. These are great. They're fairly malleable, and it does have independent suspension. It's 4-wheel drive. It's fairly fast. I made a video for you guys about the speed, and I think it does show where it takes a jump. It's fast. 4-wheel drive. So modifying this Jeep, the Jeep is I think you could recognize it. It's from Walmart. The Jeep body is just awesome detail, great to work with. But the Jeep itself is not, the toy itself is not made to be an RC. So when you start, modifying the Jeep, then you start compromising the integrity of the body. So when that happens, of course, you have to reinforce it, especially with the modified bumpers that I put on. So this is WPL Winch. I believe it's a 116 Winch. Awesome. I think it's up to scale for the Jeep. Modified bar here. This bar has been reinforced, as well as the bumper. So there's steel brackets back here that I've used to reinforce it. The winch, and of course the tow hitch, they're metal, so, and it's great, they're strong. But if the bumper the winch and the tow hitch are attached to are weak, then what's the point? So once again, back here, reinforced with steel brackets. This is aluminum tubing, so it has some give, but it's pretty solid. So in case you do bump into things, chances are the tow hitch is gonna hit first. The tow hitch, it can take a hit, and the whole front bumper can take a hit. This has been modified for the headlights and also yellow lights and brake lights as well. The battery for the winch is back here. This rope right here, it actually has 2 magnets, so when you slip it into place, it just snaps into place with the magnets. There's an MRE box back here as well. That MRE box is there to hide away some metal brackets that I had to put in there for reinforcement. Back here also, you're gonna find the detent rings, the detent pins I should say, and those detent pins, you take those off if you ever want to work on the body, and then you take off these screws here, these 4 screws, in order for you to get access to slipping out the body, and being able to work on the ECS or the electronics. The winch, this is the remote to the winch. It's separate than the actual remote for the vehicle. Press 1 button, it gives you slack. Now it's going to give you a predetermined amount of slack, and then it's going to stop itself, and then if you want more, you just hit the button again. And then for retracting is the same thing. It's gonna pull it back slowly, and then if it stops, you just hit the button again. Fairly simple. The battery for the winch is a LiPo battery. It's a small 3.7 battery. I'm not sure if you can see it back here. It's dangling right there, right next to the MRE box. It's small. I would not suggest storing it with it. LiPo batteries sometimes are finicky. Disconnect it every time you use it, and then connect it back whenever you're going to use it. The vehicle itself works off of Li-ion batteries. These are a little bit more stable, but still the same thing. It's gonna have 4 batteries. It only uses 2. They charge fairly quick. They're gonna come with the charger, as well as the LiPo battery for the Winch is gonna come with the charger. But for this, you just basically put them in and snap them in. And if you ever choose to use any other kind of battery for this one, you can do so. It's just about getting that battery, and then this is the connector for these 2 batteries. So if you get another battery and there's plenty of room back here where you could put it, you can just disconnect this and put the other battery and connect it there. These batteries are fairly awesome. They're strong. This is the on-off button. As you can see, it has a little bump guard here, because the tendency with vehicles, of course, you're gonna take them over rocks and whatnot. Sometimes the rocks or stick might turn off your vehicle, so there's that little guard. Okay, there's that guard, and this is the on-off switch. It's on, and as you can tell, the lights are fairly bright, even in daylight. And then the rear, that's when they activate, is when you hit reverse. Forward, it is proportional. Proportional steering. The steering doesn't look like it's much, but when it's rolling, and then you turn, it grabs on and it turns fairly good. It's got a good turning radius. Again, it's just the torque versus the weight of the vehicle. That's why it needs to be maintained at 76 for the servo. And that's gonna just maintain the ability for the servo to work. Like I said, when it's rolling and then you turn it with the speed itself, it's gonna turn that wheel. So it's still gonna be proportional. It's still gonna function normally. It's just that when it's standing, it doesn't look like much. Once you get, again, the momentum is gonna help to turn the vehicle itself, and it's got a real nice turning radius. So yeah, and so there it is, finished product. And if you folks have any questions, let me know, and there you go.